starts with a little imagination and maybe a few fairy lights. 1 minute, it's your backyard. The next, it's a dreamy hideaway under the stars.
No long lines, no lost luggage, just all the cozy vibes of a staycation retreat right at home.
Here to show us how to throw the ultimate glamping party without ever leaving the Berg is event expert Shari Zatman from Perfectly Planned by Shari. I don't know how you do it every time.
We walk into the studio, we see all this, and we're like, oh
wow.
my gosh, she's outdone herself again.
Again.
Yeah.
Well,
It's beautiful.
I'm glad you love it, and we're going to start kind of with our frame.
Okay.
So, because I think those are a big statement pieces.
It sets
for
the
this
tone.
table.
Yeah.
Right. So the idea is actually to sort of mimic tenting, you know, if you were camping or glamping.
Sure.
Which is what we're doing. And so it's very soft, it's romantic, but it's really just kind of giving us end caps and beauty to the table. And actually, we could run a piece across the top and really enclose it or cover it completely. But it's, you know, it would be pretty for a wedding too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Multi-use.
What are you using to keep it in place?
So this is PVC piping. Oh. So it's had a lot of layers. So I build with PVC piping, and then I add fabric and duct tape, and so you know, you don't want to see what's under it, but the end result is beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And what's the fabric?
It's a sheer fabric, or semi-sheer fabric,
It looks,
and then I tied
luxe.
with ribbons. So we wanted to make it a little bit glamorous.
And then we also see the fairy lights with some twinkle lights hanging from these poles too.
Yeah, so remember when you were a kid and you'd run around in your backyard and catch fireflies?
Sure.
With jars. So it's really to mimic that, but in a very elegant, glamorous way. And actually what I think is so interesting about this piece is the base, because this is being anchored by a rock. But it's not a rock.
Well, I wanted to ask because it looks very much like a rock.
Right, and what is very interesting about it is I molded clay to look like a rock, which is actually very easy to do. You can't really go wrong making a rock. And then there's a spray paint that gives you texture. So it gives you sort of this pebbled texture feel. So it actually, you know, when you get close and you touch it, it looks really
It feels like a rock.
Yeah, it does feel like a rock. I mean, only the weight would tell me it's not a rock.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I anchored it to a wooden base.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so what do you want to talk about next?
Okay,
Right here?
so these I call indoor s'mores because this is tabletop, and you can actually do it inside, outside, but these little sterno pieces right here. So this comes off, but this is the covering, and then you would light it up. And so very easy. So you can light all three, have people sit around and make s'mores without having to be, you know, if you don't have a campfire, if the weather's not cooperating. I mean, that's actually the great thing about this. You could plan, you know, a glamping party, and maybe it's raining because it's Pittsburgh, right? So really, you could move all this stuff inside and still do this tabletop.
This is such a clever idea too if you want to amp it up and bring in a little bit of other decor and some.
Is this booze?
Yes, it is. So they are pre-crafted.
Boyd and Blair.
Boyd and Blair, yeah.
Yes, locally made cocktails, and they're pre-made. So, you know, imagine you want to do something easy. You don't want a lot of muss and fuss. So you could take this, pour it over ice, really easy, or drink it straight up.
These are cute too. Did you buy this?
So here's, you know, I always talk about repurposing, and so I have used this piece for events. But you know what I do to make things look different and feel different? I mean, added rocks, and this wooden detail is just vinyl adhesive.
Oh,
so
really?
I can put it on, peel it up, you know, make it look like a different container, a different boat.
I totally thought it was wood. I totally did.
All right, and we're not going to talk about this one because this is up next, right?
Yeah, you're going to teach us how to make this,
I am going to teach you to make these lanterns, and you may be a little bit surprised about how we make them.
All right, that's when PTL
there's a
comes
good tease.
right back. Don't go anywhere.